My bad, y'all. I had clicked the thing and I thought it was fucking live, but let me see if OBS got some updates or something, because obviously something is not clicking like it's supposed to. But we will be live shortly. Give me just one moment while we get prepared. That was an interesting conversation tonight, and I hope y'all are here for it. Young kid in the building. What's the deal? What's the motherfucking deal? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good evening. Good evening to you all. All right. So, good evening, everyone. I want to welcome you to the Den Show. My name is Sir Ed Honcho. No, I'm not a knight. I've never met the former Queen of England. I've never even been to England, right? I don't even play chess. I used to wear BKs back in the day. But good to see you, lovely people, for the second time today. If I didn't catch you earlier, good to see you now. If I did catch you earlier, well, welcome back. Tonight, our conversation is going to be a little bit different than earlier. And shout out to everybody who jumped in the conversation after the stream. It was a great conversation going on in Discord, to which I fell asleep to, on discussions and beliefs in the Bible. I found it to be very intriguing. I thought it was a very, I won't say insightful, but it was very interesting to see the different perspectives that people had on various texts and why the purpose of the Bible, things of that nature, right? So I find that very intriguing. I always like to see different insight. That's the beautiful thing about the Den, is that we can come together and have conversations about almost anything. So, well, I don't have my goods properly prepared. I am getting those in order. Make sure you're following on all of the proper social media channels, right? Because I said that I do want to diversify. YT, I'm putting too many eggs in the basket with YT. It's like if I had a dozen eggs, I probably put 11 in here, and then I cracked one, put the shell on X and the yolk on Instagram, because I really don't use those platforms to the full capability that I could. But I will be doing that. Make sure you're following at Honcho HTX on Instagram and X, just if you want the regular Honcho musings and nonsense. But make sure you are following Den Show Live because that's why you're here, right? Make sure you're following Den Show Live on Instagram, on Twitter, Den Show Live. There's a Facebook page. Pretty much all the links you need should be below. I don't think I've updated the social media links in the description for Den Show Live, but they should be soon. Maybe I'll do it while we're on the stream. But tonight we're going to talk about TikTok, right? And this conversation is going to be very interesting to me because I definitely was one of the most adamant anti-TikTok supporter people, initially, right? And I happened to wander onto the platform to try to see what the hype was about because, like I said, I'm trying to look to expand, right? Because I don't know, it's not that I'm anti-tube, but the tube is anti-me. So it would be foolish to try to, I won't say foolish to try to just, be too all invested. I mean, that's where I am right now, but I have to expand, my horizon. See, maybe there's certain platforms attract certain things, right? They attract certain things. Actually, one shell went to the shells went to the Twitter, and then the the yolk went to fucking the Ram. But I, having a platform because different people go to different platforms, different things. Anyway, so venturing onto this TikTok site prior to me really having a vested interest in it, everything you would see would be people spewing ridiculous nonsense and people doing pretty much goofy ass dances, right? And nothing of merit that you would see a lot of times on other platforms. Like, oh, okay, it's just a bunch of people doing stupid stuff, dancing like idiots for attention. Mainly women doing goofy shit for attention. As most social media platforms. That's why I say women should have to have a social media platform license. Like you should, there should be rules, and they should be limited to the amount of time a day they're allowed to use social media. But so this is all I knew about it until I got onto the platform. I became a fan, right? I became a fan because there's a lot more going on TikTok than what's being promoted, right? The mainstream nonsense, oh, catchy song, stupid, like the shit that stupid people that are entertained by, because let's be honest, most of society is stupid. Of course, that's going to get a lot of attention. That's going to get a lot of views, a lot of notoriety. A lot of people are going to pay attention to that. But there are hidden corners of the TikTok that have a lot of pertinent, valuable information, content that you may have not even known that you were interested in, right? If you are, I don't like to use the term conspiracy theorist, but if you are an open-minded person about the things that you've been told and maybe you question, the things that you've been told in the history books or the classes, there are many people like that on the top. There are many different types of thinkers, right? And to be able to engage in content in short form, I mean, this is where we are now because we're so busy, or it's not that we're doing things that are important. We're just busy, right? We're busy. We're busier people. So to consume content in this short form and it have pertinent information is become very interesting, right? So there are lots of people who have used it for other stuff. Now it also has brought us this thing that I just don't understand. But again, people are stupid. These are reasons why I have to take so many internet hiatuses because my brain doesn't comprehend certain stuff. But like the NPC memes, right? There are people who get on there and act like NPCs. But the thing about this is these people are NPCs. Most people are NPCs, right? And so here we are. But before I dive into the real meat and potatoes tonight, about why we're having this conversation about my concerns about the possible ban on TikTok and what that means for those of us who are here in the United States, right? In the future of consumption in the United States. Remember when they said Orange Man Bad was going to bring 1984? But you know who really brought 1984? Old Man Dementia. Old Man What is he? What is he? Probably Biden 17 now, right? And it was very funny. I was watching the. Good to see you, Mexican Mike. Because I forgot there were so many mics in here at one point in time. There was prepaid Mike, there was Chicago Mike, there's Mexican Mike, and I happened to be watching the conservative liberal thing where Chicago Mike went all the way off the rails and started a firestorm in the den, and Mexican Mike was in the comments, and it was pure comedy, right? Because I think that was the day he decided John from New York was a racist, and all of his commentary there was it was quite funny. It was very funny. Um, Oh no, it might not have been. Was it that one? Or it might have been the George Floyd one. I think it was the George Floyd one that he was like, "I always questioned it, but now I'm pretty sure you're a racist." So I thought that was very very funny. Um, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That's why I say I don't want to say conspiracies because I don't think I don't the conspiracy is not the word, right? If it's a factual event, right? If it's a thing that's coming from, I mean, we have to find a better terminology. And if I'm not mistaken, the conspiracy theorist was a term coined by the CIA of sorts. So let me make sure we got this. I got this different little thing. It's just looking a little bit different here. So let me make sure. I'll close that fucking shit out. All right. Uh, it's not giving me the chat box. Give me just a second. So shout out to Jabari Mayo. What's the motherfucking deal? Chill out. What's the motherfucking deal? Kenneth, what's the motherfucking deal? Michelle, BA from the Big B, and what's the motherfucking deal? The lovely matriarch of the dead, Miss K Grace. How are you doing this evening? Delta Echo Golf, Franklin Alpha Golf. How are you doing this evening? The lovely Miss Bell Northside. How are you doing this evening, ma'am? Um, let's see. Professor Trill, Jay Dizzle in the building, everybody. I'm taking this shit back to the old suite. Yeah, I'm calling everybody their old names. I can't remember what Ashley. Ashley used to have a stupid name like Rupee Doo or some Booski Dooski. Whatever. I'm trying to find all the old names when the den was great again. I'm gonna start calling everybody by their old stuff. We're bringing that old thing back. But so again, if I miss you, I do something. Let me. Like I said, I'm trying to switch this thing because it's a different chat deal. I want to make sure the real chat is pop that out. All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. Much better. So I'm gonna read something. So anyway, kind of get into it, right? So with the TikTok thing is, can I get a refund? You get a refill. Have your drink, sit back, relax, and move from Dallas, and it won't be such a bad thing. The lovely Miss Michelle is here as well. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Um, let's talk about it. Sure, got my lighter, got all my tools here. Um, so there's a bill trying to be passed that no, it's a guy with very short dreads. The person that had to do this for me is maybe couldn't implement it all the way I wanted it. I couldn't quite get the lengthening there. But or maybe he could be a white guy with dreads. Who knows? He could be a Caucasian with dreads. I'm inclusive, right? It's a non-binary logo. This is the den. We're all friends in here. Everybody finds themselves. But the Culinary Institute of America. Um, so I'm gonna read a little bit of this article, kind of as to what's going on, so everybody kind of has an understanding. And I'm gonna tell you my thoughts why I think this is a terrible thing. And it's kind of funny because I saw an article said that Trump is actually in support of TikTok, right? Which is crazy, which is really really crazy. Um, and a major power move, right? Because it's also crazy because the Biden administration recently joined TikTok. I want to say in like January, and then to turn around and do something like this is really, really weird, right? It's really confusing as to why. Um, so why do probably end up in therapy after listening to the deal? Why am I listening to this email on the screen? So it says a bill that could lead to a nationwide TikTok ban is gaining momentum. Here's what to know. Actually, that's not the one I want to read. I want to read the one from the topics. It said, what to know about the bill that could get TikTok banned in the U.S. It says the House Energy Commission Commerce Committee, led by Chair Kathy McMorris Rogers, he's a Republican from Washington, passed a bipartisan bill on Thursday that could force ByteDance, the parent company of TikTok, to sell the video sharing platform or face a ban in the United States. Anytime that we have a bipartisan bill that is almost unanimous and everybody's in agreement, when you can't get motherfuckers to agree on anything else, I'm talking about the most petty politicians of all time, like to get anything else done in favor of the fucking people, they can never fucking do it. And especially, or it takes years to get it done, right? But all of a sudden this bill passed and it passed through quickly. Why is that? It's not because they're afraid that this bill could have implications. They're talking about the CCP and that they're sharing information. Every fucking app on your phone, every fucking app on your smart TV, every fucking app on your laptop, your tablet, your Apple, your whatever, your iPad, whoever uses Apple products, shame on you. Any of this stuff. All of this is sharing your information. All of this is causing security concerns with your family, your whereabouts, information about you. The fact is, just kind of long story short, is that they're saying that because ByteDance, quote unquote, has ties to the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, that they're sharing information about its users. Okay, cool, whatever. And they said that this information could be used to misinform or undermine the democratic process. A couple of years back, wasn't there a whole issue with Facebook? Nobody said anything about it. There was a whole issue with Facebook, Zuckerberg, people selling people's information. Whatever fallout happened from that, none. Facebook wasn't banned. Facebook wasn't told you had to be sold or else, whatever. They might have got a slap on the wrist. Zuckerberg put on his little alien suit, went and sat down in front of Congress and, I don't know what's going on. We wouldn't do these things, right? So this is not about you, right? This is not about your safety. I don't even want to read the whole thing, honestly, right? I'm going to skip through a couple of little things. Like I said, lawmakers worried the Chinese Communist Party could use the tools to influence democratic process. You know what would keep the Chinese Communist Party from being able to use that as a tool to influence the democratic? Educating people, providing people with a decent education. If you're going to force people to go to public school, vetting the people that you hire. If you're going to send them to a public school, I mean that's one way. Instead of trying to just force people to take a fucking test, educating them, making them critical thinkers, making them understand the process, understand how things work. But again, oh, my bad, last month, so it was actually in February that Joe Biden's campaign joined the thing, and now you're talking about it. So how stupid does that sound? The president just joined, and now he's, well, I'm in support of it. But then if you knew this, you should have way more intelligence than we have. And your dumb ass still joined fucking TikTok, and now you tell us not. That's the most retarded shit I've ever heard in my fucking life. The most retarded shit I've ever heard. I need to stop drinking these. I've been watching a bunch of Kevin Samuels. I'm like, that nigga died drinking them Red Bulls. I know the shit I be drinking is worse. But I had to talk to the den folks tonight. I said we were going live tonight, so that's why we are against. Yeah, and that's the crazy part. He was against it before. But I do believe there's a lot of Trump support on TikTok, honestly. And the shoes. You gotta understand the shoes. But anyway, bills are typically debated and voted on first in smaller committees before moving up and being voted on by the entire chamber. On Thursday, the bill passed the first round of voting in the House Energy and Commerce Committee, but it still has a long way to go before it becomes law. It will need to be debated on the House floor, where all members of the House have an opportunity to vote. The exact date is yet to be determined. If the bill is passed in the House, then it will be introduced to the Senate, where it will go through a similar process of voting. If the bill is passed by both the House and the Senate, it will be presented to the president, to President Biden, whichever clone of his is available, who will have the opportunity to sign or veto the bill. It doesn't matter. He doesn't know what he's signing. They're just going to put something in front. I was the first to TikTok dance, me and Cockroach in the pools, and my nigga Cornflake was recording it. Anyway, so TikTok has responded by notifying all of its users with an advertisement urging them to call their congressional representatives to express their discontent with the legislation. Congress is planning a total ban of TikTok This will damage millions of businesses, destroy the livelihoods of countless creators across the country, and deny artists an audience. I agree with all of these things, right? Because on the grand scheme of things, we're already lost. We're already undermined. We're the Chinese Communist Party already bought Joe Biden a long time ago. So I don't even know why this is even a thing, right? Why we're trying to argue about that. I mean, they got him, they got Hunter, they got that whole excuse me, that whole crew. I mean, but here's the thing: anything that's on your phone is spyware for someone. Instagram is American spyware. They know everything you're doing from Instagram to Facebook to Meta, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's just American spyware. Excuse me. X, all of these platforms. I mean, to some extent, your privacy is being violated by opting into this. And this is what you choose. You trade off a bit of your privacy, a bit of your identity to join these platforms, unless you're, creative, right? And so, it is. You must have missed it already. You didn't already hear me talk about how women should have limited access to the internet. I've been saying that like the last couple of streams in the Discord. Like there should be like a limited internet license for women, and like the amount of time that they're allowed to be online should be like correlated with an IQ test, because the lower the IQ, the lower the value they're going to bring to the internet. They're just going to get on there and twerk and shake their ass, right? Nobody's benefiting from that. Like, leave that shit in the strip club. Okay? Think about it. If women didn't have access to the internet, do you understand how much more productive men would be? Like, it'd be the funniest videos, we'd have all the great car video. It would be nothing but building videos and fucking shit like that. It wouldn't be some bitch doing something stupid, washing her fucking clothes in her drawers, and say, "Oh, oops, I dropped this towel," and next thing you know, ass all over your screen, right? So there's that. But yeah, absolutely. I'm a firm believer in this, right? Especially the further off we get, because the women are getting dumber. People are getting dumber as a whole. But if we're all getting dumber as a whole, it means the women are getting dumber and providing less and less value. And I mean, come on, at least. And then there should also be like there should be like and if you're gonna get on there and be prostituting on the internet, there should be like a internet prostitute license as well, an IPL, if you will. So, but getting back to it. So again, I was a person that was very anti TikTok. I was very anti TikTok. Thought it was like the stupidest shit ever, until I started following libs of TikTok and started, seeing all that shit that they would repost, right? And I just thought it was a dumb platform for super crazy liberals. That's just really what I thought it was. But I come to find out, TikTok is a very important platform. Lots of valuable information, lots of very valid stuff going on there, depending on what it is you're into, what it is that you're interested in. I find it to be a very valuable. I've come to find TikTok to be neck and neck A1. I mean 1A 1B to me, with information obtaining, as far as I would say 1B, right? Roger, what's the motherfucking deal? I would say 1B to to uh to fucking Twitter, right? Because Twitter is more I wouldn't say of an intellectual platform. It's definitely a bunch of idiots and retards on Twitter, but it's more again, you're it's more of a, you gotta read more. It's more for the readers, the people who are seeking information. TikTok's much more visual, but again, again, you gotta find your own lane. Okay. As far as health, as far as recipes, I found a lot of natural. There's a lot of natural herb. A lot of people who, like homesteaders. There are a lot of people like off grid type living people. That's the type of shit. A lot of the shit I follow on TikTok. That and that and scammers, man. On the cook big, look, man. As a matter of fact, I fucking like ran right before right before the stream. I ran across. I want to tell y'all something. I'm loving the world that is being built now, right? So happened to pass by the other day, Kroger, right? And it's the same Kroger. This is the Kroger where I got my first job in high school, right? Where I got my first job in high school. And you're like, Hancho, what does this have to do with TikTok? I'm gonna get back to it. I promise you, it has nothing to do with it. But you don't have to rant. But I have to tell y'all about this. So this is a Kroger where I got my first job in high school. And in the den earlier, they were talking about helping women with groceries and things like that. We were talking about being polite, ma'am, and yes, ma'am, and all that stuff. And it kind of made me laugh. Um, I love to see now that the women are having to push in carts, right? And it's their own fucking fault. Because when I used to work at this particular Kroger, like the way they did it is on your shift, you had like an hour cart duty, switch it up, and then somebody else would. But the thing is, they would only put men out there. They would only have the men do the cart duty. The bitch could be a sacker just like anybody else or do anything else, but only the men did the fucking cart duty, right? That's it. And oh, no, I didn't get fired for stealing. Just, just no call, no showed it up. I just got tired of it because it was some bullshit, right? Yeah, my feed is terrible. I will not deny it, right? No, my Instagram feed is terrible. My TikTok feed is great. My Instagram feed is pure trash. Like I have to get off the gram. But anyway, so the last couple times I've passed by that location, it has been women working the parking lot, pushing the carts. And I pass by, hey, good job. Hey, here. I fucking love it. I fucking love it. It's great, right? And they're usually younger women, not older women. This is what you want. This is what you want. This is what you got. I love it. I'm all for equality. Women can work just as hard as men. They're just as strong as men, right? They can compete in the same sports. Y'all are letting them compete in y'all's sport, whatever. I find it fucking hilarious. I find it fucking extremely hilarious, right? Because this is why, especially with the little carts. Because when I used to work there, what they would do, they would try to hold me. If it wasn't no other dudes on, they try to like make because it was the rules that you could not work the cart thing like 2 hours in a row. Like you had to have so much. It was only so many times a shift. Them motherfuckers would try to like put me on the cart for 2 or 3 hours at a time, like because there were no other fucking dudes. Right? This is Texas. It's out in the sun. We all getting paid the same, right? We're talking about equality and all this other stuff. Like, and I don't want to hear you fucking bitching and complaining about it, but I've been out in the fucking sun 2 or 3 hours and you've been inside in the AC. Right? And you have to handle it. So I love it. I'm glad that women are getting a taste of the equality. It is a beautiful thing. They've earned it. They worked hard for it. This was women's suffrage was for, and they finally got their just due. Anyway, getting back to TikTok. Okay. Getting back to TikTok. I don't think it has anything to do with I don't think it has anything to do with the CCP. I don't think it has anything to do with security. I don't think it has anything to do with all of that, right? Because they're telling that TikTok is okay if they sell, right? We just don't want you to be associated with the CCP. That's what they're saying. It has nothing to do with that. I don't know if you guys are aware and you guys are paying attention. And I've been trying to get my little TikTok hustle on myself. I'm not gonna deny it. TikTok is making a killing, right? TikTok is making a killing in the e-commerce market right now, right? It is a valid competitor, a valid competitor to I won't say it's not on the levels of Amazon, but the numbers that it's putting out record numbers and the sales going up. And the thing is, it's paying people, right? And a lot of people are making a lot of money because the algorithm with TikTok is something completely, it's a monster. It allows people to find things they're interested in. It's much different, right? And it doesn't seem to be completely overrun by advertisements just yet. Um, I almost bought something off Temu yesterday, right? I almost bought something off Temu yesterday. And I'm glad you mentioned it because I kind of do still want to buy it because I think it's a great idea. I think it's an awesome idea. I don't know why I never thought of it before, and it's a super simple thing. But if I'd had this, excuse me, if I'd had this growing up, it'd have been great. But super cheap, super great. But again, so I know people who buy off the TikTok shop. I actually bought something off the TikTok shop yesterday, right? Because I wanted to test some things out. But if you're looking for a good side hustle, I would tell you look at what people are doing on the TikTok shop. Look at how people are getting paid and what's going on. It's a different thing. It's a different monster over there because honestly, the TikTok is not, and it never has really been because this is what they've been doing in China. This has been the whole goal the entire time. It's not a social media platform. It's an e-commerce platform, right? It is an e-commerce. The whole purpose of TikTok is to sell, and it sells because it sells to people who are impulsive. Because it just that energy. That's the type of energy that you get on TikTok. Like you're rapidly flipping through all these different videos. You're going through this, doing through that, and it sells to people who are impulse buyers, and it's magical. And as a matter of fact, when I get off of here tonight, when I get off of this den stream, I'm going to get on to TikTok and do a live TikTok shop show. Right. So I did my first one the other day, just trying it out just to see. I don't think I sold anything. Didn't sell anything, right? Because they have affiliate programs. So you don't even necessarily, you can sell your own shit, but you don't necessarily have to sell your shit. You can sell other people's shit. Um, yeah, that shit is so stupid. Libs of TikTok. Not Libs of TikTok is cool. All right, here's my thing. Like at first, Libs of TikTok was super cool. Let me tell you something. They're kind of they're cool and they're whack. Like some of the shit they bitch about is like, oh, get a fucking life. Now you're like dry. Like shit that really matters. Like you putting these like sick ass books in the schools and all that shit. Cool. These fucking cross dressing teachers and shit. Get them out of there. That's not what's happening. Like I don't care if you're cross dressing. Don't cross dress for the kids. They had a teacher with I want to say in one of these off ass states was a cross dresser, cross dressed at school. Fucking had a OnlyFans. And all kind of crazy. Like was just it was a bunch of wild shit. And so like for that type of information, getting those type of things done, cool. But a lot of subtle undertones and some other stuff. Like again, I don't. You'll never ever catch me coincide with anybody 100%. Like I've just come to realize like about how much shit I do and don't care about, and I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with that. But I'm gonna come back to that. But again, like I said, it's an e-commerce platform, and like I said, I did one the other day, maybe 30 something minutes. And this is why I've also been thinking about transferring more content to TikTok because I did that live and I think it went maybe 37 minutes, 57 minutes, something like that. I can't remember how long, maybe close to an hour. And had about 2,000 people come through. But that's the way it's designed. Not saying they all sat there and was like, it was going hard. At one point, it was a few hundred people in there, right? But again, if it's what you're into, cool. If it's not what you're into, cool. Didn't show my face or anything like that. Tonight, I'm going to do something different because I'm going to test it out. But again, it's a whole different animal. And so I think that's a big part of it. I think that when you see politicians get together, politicians are stupid, right? Politicians are dumb. Politicians don't have their own original ideas. Politicians don't have their own original thoughts. They say whatever the money tells them to fucking say, right? That's what politicians do. They say what the fucking money tells them to say. And no, I'm not on Riddle. I'm not. I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere and I'm never there. But they say whatever the people tell them to say, right? I don't care what side you're on. I don't care whatever you believe. That's why I say I've never been pro politician, right? But 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 I believe there's Amazon money behind it. I believe there's Walmart money behind it. I believe that there are big e-commerce platforms that are putting money behind pushing this bill. I don't think it has anything to do with security. I think these are companies that don't want, and again, you're already talking about, I want to say, I was looking at the numbers on it, right? Last year, they did a couple of billion in January in sales, right? A couple of billion in sales. And most people don't even know about what's going on with that shit. They've done a couple of, this I've always done, I've always gone on 50 different tangents, and I have to close them all up and then carry on. But it's a guy wearing each one. Yeah, no, I implore people to go explore, right? Go find the information. Just be ready for whatever consequence and be ready for the things that you have to deal with. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you 10,000%. Absolutely, Rob. What is going on with this camera? Matter of fact, I got me a little TikTok set up right here. But we are, and that's why I say that. What I was saying earlier about how even though this is a video about being pro social media platform, but I also believe that the radio, the television, media as a whole, I won't say books so much, but I think books allow you to kind of use your own mind a little bit and how you interpret the words. That's why everybody has to infer shit. But media is the worst thing that's ever happened. Once you were able to put advertisements into things, once you are able to manipulate the mind and sell to people, it's a wrap. And that's all they do. The politicians just sell themselves, and people like, again, what I say, most people vote. Uh, let me know if I'm back. I don't know. This shit here is just is doing a weird thing. But tiebreaker, what's the motherfucking deal? But again, so let's get it. My thing is this, man. If you are a TikTok user, if you are a TikTok user, cool. I want to know your thoughts on it. But let's take a step back because honestly, in the bill, they said that TikTok is not even named, but it's inferred that it's TikTok because they're talking about the bills that are. Let me pull the actual thing up. I'm trying to paraphrase. I really don't want to read the shit again, honestly. Um, okay, so while the bill does not mention TikTok directly, Congressman Gallagher and some other thing focus heavily on TikTok in their statements about the legislation. This is my message to TikTok: break up with the Chinese Communist Party or lose access to your American users. Right? I thought that this was the land of the free. Right? Like if we're allowed to, what's that thing? You know what I'm talking about. The fucking thing where you give your rights away every time your phone updates. Like the thing every time you get some new software where you got to just sign the rights away. Yeah, I accept the policy agreement, privacy statement, shit, whatever. Yeah. Sign my soul away. A lot of y'all sold y'all like if you're an Apple user in the fine print, you've sold your soul to the devil. You don't even know it. So it was good knowing you. While of us, the rest of us Android users will be in heaven. All you Apple users, you did it to yourself, right? You just did it to your damn self. Um, of course, there. Chill out. What's the motherfucking deal? Of course, there's a black TikTok, right? Do I go? Absolutely not. I'm not invited. I honestly find myself. I've been finding myself spending too much time arguing with black women on Instagram. Like, cause it won't. My feed keeps feeding me shit. Like I even unsubscribe from shit bullshit that keeps feeding me shit, and then I get, I don't get triggered by the post because they're stupid. I already know. Like I know the purpose of the post is to get people to talk, but I read the comments, and when I read the comments, there's just ignorance. There's just ignorance in the comments, and then I just start tweaking. Just start tweaking. And then I just gotta you stupid motherfucker. But not like that. I usually say something snarky. I don't ever call them out of their names. Um, and the thing about it, like honestly, they get mad. Rich and super trigger. They trigger release. It doesn't mean anything to me. They call me all kind of shit. I find it extremely interesting because it's like I look back and I'm like, how do you put so much energy into somebody you do not know? Like I casually thought this thought and kind of half-assed didn't even want to send it, but I'm like, fuck it, they deserve it. Pew. And then like you'll see somebody come with this fucking novel and just and then all the things you say have absolutely no impact on them. I find it hilarious that you took the time to do it. And I'm going to say something else real stupid, real simple because you know it hurts. And yeah, I gotta stop. I'm becoming a troll. I need a fucking hobby. um, man, you said China still I mean, they are dominating. They already got it. They're already here. Like I said, once Sleepy Joe slid on in, it was over with. It was over with, right? It was definitely over. So this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna open up the line here in just a minute. We're gonna talk about your thoughts on this whole situation. It's not even necessarily TikTok, right? But do you feel or do you believe the government should have the authority to ban a business like this? Should they be able to ban, excuse me, a business again who's following pretty much all the other same procedures anybody else is? You see Americans all the time ordering overseas, um, shit from China, doing all kind of different things. They get on the Alibabas, they get on the AliExpress, they get on the Global Source, they get on all these other platforms, right? And they're willingly providing information with their businesses, whatever they're doing. They sign up for the agreement. If you don't read it all, that's on you, right? Why do you truly believe it's necessary for the government to interfere? Because they made it this way. They made it this way. And we wanted to allow businesses to go out to go, pursue cheaper labor. They had no problem with that. Now that outside businesses want to come in and take advantage of American ignorance, then why not, right? But again, do you feel like it is okay? Not feel. Do you believe it's okay for the government to ban this company? If not, why not? Does it set a bad precedent? If you believe that it's okay, why? Do you believe it's okay? And does it not concern you that this could be the beginning of many things? Because think about it. Like, and hear me out. This might be a bad correlation. Well, this might be a bad correlation. So what if some of you fancier car drivers out there, right? And this might be bad. We're talking about high end. But like, what if like Germans, they make better cars, right? This is what the people want. Ultimately, I think you got some people who are just like America, America first, America all the way. I'm gonna drive my Ford truck, even though it's made in Mexico, but it's America brand. You know, you're gonna have those. But I think ultimately, if people wanted to live in the lap of luxury, and you said, "Hey, what vehicle would you like?" Let's ask this question, right? Let's ask this question. Den folk, the den is participation grade. If you could have your dream vehicle, top of the line, money is not an option. One vehicle, because I know some ladies in here are going to be, well, I would get this in pink, and then I would like this one in a hot orange. Like, just pick one singular. If you could have your dream vehicle, this is for everybody. What would it be? The year, the color, to the detail. I know most of you have already thought about this. I know most of you have already thought that. Drop that in the chat. I want to know if you had your dream vehicle, right? Your dream, you can have any vehicle that you wanted in history, mint condition. I don't care about the rarity. I don't care about the availability. I don't care about any of that. If you could have your dream vehicle, right now, what would it be? All right. This is something I want to know. I don't think this should be a hard question for most people. Hmm. You don't have to care about cars that much to still have a dream. I'm not a car person. This is crazy. No dream cars. All right. So if you listen for the no dream car people, a luxury RV, that's a vehicle, right? 1968 dark gray Dodge Charger. Okay. 2024 Jeep four-door Wrangler manual transmission, color gray. Color gray. I'm gonna learn to talk this evening. We said a 93 S13 Super Hero. Is the H silent? Is this Spanish? Shout out to all the Dragon Ball Z fans. Folks going through a hard time right now. Salute to everybody. Japanese. Hero. Is that a gyro? Is that a gyro? But everybody has an idea. So if I said, okay, it could be a luxury RV, which probably be along the same lines. If I just had some stupid money, like fucking around with the Powerball, definitely would have the ranch. But yeah, definitely get a nice RV, damn near tour bus, and at least do a lap around the contiguous, right? Do a lap around the contiguous and then park that bitch up and then that I think that would be I'd call it I'd be satisfied. Okay, so even those of you who are not car people, right? When you think of a top-notch vehicle, what do you think of? And it's actually a little bit. I'm actually a little bit more surprised because the responses that I've gotten aren't necessarily what I was thinking. They'd have it on blocks till you die, right? Because they're gonna get rid of all the gas. Imagine having a that can't be a fucking EV bus and having to wait behind a bunch of fucking Teslas to charge up just to go 15 miles on your road trip. Good grief. But yeah, you think foreign. You think you don't think most people when you think top notch vehicle, when you think um speed, right? Now American muscle is one thing. Now don't get me wrong, don't I will never disrespect American muscle, right? I will never disrespect American muscle. But when you think speed, you think luxury, you think handling, you think all these things, you're not generally thinking about American cars, right? You're not necessarily thinking about American cars. So right now, maybe we're just not thinking about American social medias. Not saying that there aren't good ones out there. Not saying that there aren't ones that we would get by. Like I said, the analogy might not be one to one. I'm just saying, why are we interfering with business? I don't think the excuse, and again, to me, it's the excuse that they're using, which is it could be spyware, or it could be. Do you know how much spyware is on your phone that people willingly put on there that nobody's complaining about on millions of people's phones? Not just TikTok. It's some of these little simple apps. It's some of these little stupid apps. I mean, apps that are people get apps for shit that's already a feature on their phone, right? That type of stuff. Those apps that have spyware with it. It's too late. It's too late, Michelle. Game's over. You missed it. And again, these are just my thoughts, right? Let's play the game fair. They own us anyway, right? Anywho, Hiachi. How do you say that? That made me think about the. Anytime I hear, good grief. Oh, come on, Mike. Me and you both know women can't drive cars like that. Um, my thing is this. My thing is this. I said something earlier, and I think Mrs. Lamont uh, earlier said it was really racist about the thing about all Asian people knowing martial arts. Is that really racist? I mean, I'm sure it's based on a racial fucking uh, feature or whatever the fuck you want to call it. So I guess in that sense it is. But is it really that bad? I was thinking about that. I'm like, that's. I did say they came out to coochie with a yellow belt. That was a terrible thing to say. Oh. Anyway, here's the thing, right? I'm a large guy. I was always never really a speed guy. I was never really, bass time, slow, loud, banging. Till recently. Till recently. Now, I like to go fast. Maybe it's approaching the midlife crisis thing, right? That could be the case. I like to go fast. I like to go very fast. All right, so this is what we're gonna get into, man. So I'm gonna open up the line. I want to know your thoughts. If you're a TikTok user, why do you like TikTok? Are you concerned about TikTok being removed off the phone? Are you concerned about TikTok? And honestly, this could be a strategy, right? Because see, think about it. If you have to sell TikTok, do you have to call it oh, it's a van? Oh, now you've piqued my attention. But like if you had to sell TikTok as it is, I mean, do you have to reveal its inner workings and secrets? Right? Because other platforms haven't been able to quite emulate the success. Like again, when I talk about this TikTok shop thing, it's extremely fascinating because I mean, and I've heard about some shit like this months ago because I was just kind of studying it and why it was so popular. And I mean, you're shopping from an app. You're watching a motherfucker on the screen using this product, blah 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 blah, and he's like, man, I would love one of those. And then bam, let me go ahead and get that right now, right? And so it's genius, but not even in that. It's just it's a lot of other things that there's a lot of other things going on with that. But again, and if you're not a TikTok user, what has kept you from using TikTok? And are you concerned that a ban on an app can lead to further bans, right? We talked about 1984. We talked about concealing information because it's not just, there's so much information that's put out on TikTok. Again, I find it to be next to Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. I still don't know why the fuck he named it X. So stupid. Uh, um, I prefer black, like the A team, please. Um, These are not concerning, right? Because when it comes to, like I say, to Twitter, I'm getting all over the place. It's been a very informative thing. I've learned a lot from Twitter. A lot of my views have been challenged because of a place like Twitter. Just reading them again, not for all the. I don't go on a black Twitter. Is gonna burn your brain cells. You got to stay. You have to stay out of the VW bands with the shit. You have to stay out of black Twitter. You have to stay out of the black side of most social medias. right? I watched the Ladies Man the other day. I think I want to live on a houseboat. I think why not, right? I want a houseboat with a water bed. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I will not be judged. I won't stand for it. So right, if you live on a houseboat, do you have to pay school taxes? Does that work? Oh man. Oh, didn't that show up? Oh, my bad. My bad. My bad. Did I miss it? I was running my mouth over here. Did it show up on the deal? Shout out to aggravated Negro. Let me. Well, I've been on a. I gotta fix it. Look, 'cause I put the fucking. Did y'all see an alert pop up? Because I put a thing on here to fix the goddamn alerts, and I got too much going on. Got to. Let's fix that. I got two different damn things for the damn alerts. I just started. But here's the thing. Shit. Check that out a bit. But yeah, exactly. That's exactly the whole point. Like if I can avoid school taxes, right? Like how for the houseboat to count, like how long do I have to be docked for a certain amount of time? Like if I'm out on the sea, we're talking maritime law here. This is a whole different set of rules. That's party time rules, right? We're talking about pirates and everything. If I gotta follow maritime, like is there like a different tax bracket for that? Like is there like a can I avoid something like how does this work? Right? How does this work? But now I kind of think about it, I'm kind of concerned about the sanitary conditions of houseboat living. Got questions. Excuse me. I got questions. Hope Roger can't hear. Fuck. Uh, oh shit. Shit. What happened? Shit. Sorry about that. It's not at the. My apologies. Yeah. Shit that it's doing. Let me get this shit together here. Change not the fuck shit. I gotta. But so what I'm gonna do is say, oh yeah. Says why are people shocked at what's going on? We were warned. It's hilarious at this point. Let me see if see it shows up in the thing, but it's not showing the thing. Let me see something. All right. So this is what we're gonna take the calls. Let me swap to the call. Let me see. It's Tom Foolish, Shenanigander. But shout out to Dan, the man, aka the aggravated Hoover. I understand. And bro, oh man, look, I'm ready to go to war behind these wings right now. But I'm definitely ready to go to war behind them. We like This is bullshit, right? This is bullshit. Hold on, before y'all call, this is bullshit. Like, you're not gonna sit here and tell me that there's a lack of chicken shit going on. There's an overabundance of chicken. If there's nothing else in this motherfucker, there's an overabundance of damn chickens in this goddamn country. There's no wing shortage. And then what are you doing with all the rest of it, right? And here's the whole ass shit about it. It's like you're not even getting like wing. Like you go to like the Chinese spot, they give you a wing. You get the whole, you get the whole the part that kick back. You get the whole wing. You know what I'm saying? That part, you get that whole thing. These wing spots be selling you part. Like they breaking the wing in half and telling you it's two different things, right? Telling you it's two different fucking. This is a drum. This is a flat. It's a fucking wing, bro. Took my sock off. I got angry. It's a fuck. We're getting half the wing for twice the price. All right. And I would command a boycott. I would command a boycott if I wasn't a lemon pepper addict. Okay. My name's Ed, and I'm addicted to lemon pepper. Right. And I'm gonna be honest. And all right, dear folk, talk to me. Talk to me, dear folk. Be honest with me. Quick poll. We ain't got to get fancy with it. This is the den. Let me go ahead and fix this up here. Are you a drum person or are you a flat person? I need to know so I can judge you. So I need to know so I can look upon you with disdain and shame and embarrassment. You know what I'm saying? Oh, goodness. Oh, shit. Oh. Interesting. So I see Miss Grace with the flats. I see Mike with the flats. I see Chill Out with the flats. Delta Echo Golf being difficult as always. Drum and E flat. Michelle goes both ways. I don't think we're surprised by that in any way, form, or fashion. Miss Bell, the hell is she talking about? Flats or drums? Whole chicken and rotisserie, $8.99. Drums. Did you just bellify that answer? I'll mark you down with the drums. They drum the big ass breasts are the best. Interesting. Interesting. So we're gonna expand on the chicken since there's these alleged wing shortages and these things going on, right? But I think what happened when people realize that people are willing to pay this amount for shit, of course, then you never go back. Like nobody's ever going, well, we're making record profits. Well, let's just lower our prices. Like we're all to blame. When it comes to this shit, when we come to these arguments, we're all to blame. We're all to fucking blame. But here we go. All right. So if we're talking whole chicken, then we're not just talking about the wings. I know we're supposed to be talking about TikTok. We're going to talk TikTok. If we're talking whole chicken, what is your favorite part of the chicken? What is the most flavorful part of the chicken? Are you white meat? Are you dark meat? Are you like Michelle and go both ways? Interesting. See some thighs. Miss Grace with the thighs. Chill out with the wings. I think, like, if we're talking about oh man, being honest, I might, when it comes to the bird, I might be a breast man. I'm thinking at one time I was a drumstick man. Like I was when I was young, it was drumsticks or nothing. It was drumsticks or nothing. Like I don't want nothing else. Give me the drumstick. I would eat the other shit, but I was like not a fan. But now I do believe I am a consumer of the chicken breast. I mean, I'll give the leg quarter a pass, I guess, even though that's a wide area. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we have a lot of fans of thighs. Thighs are very versatile. Chicken thighs. I mean, you can do a lot with that. So, I mean, okay. All right, very interesting. Now that Big M has started a Negro Ned chicken conversation, we've deviated far from the plan. We were definitely talking about the Chinese, but now here we are. So, I'm gonna leave that joke. I'm gonna leave that joke. In reality, though, we'll leave the TNA conversation for another day. Breasts are definitely healthy. That's one thing I will agree with you on. Woo! All right. Shout out to the Den folk. So, um, I guess I should get my headset right so that if I'm going to actually take the calls, I can hear them from y'all. Chalk milk. What's the mother? How are you doing this evening, man? Good to see you. Do, 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 do. Lady built like a chicken is a no go. Are you body shaming, Michelle? Because we do not body shame in the den. That is something we do not accept and we do not tolerate. We love everybody. All bodies are beautiful in the den. And shame on you to be a child of God and be body shaming another one of God's children. You should be ashamed of what you've done. All right. Put this headset in. I'm going to do one other minor thing. I'm going to go get these cookies I just got from Kroger. Kroger has these apple cinnamon cookies, right? And in no way, form, or fashion is anything that Kroger is doing fucking with anything that HEB is doing. It's not even close, right? But they do have these apple cinnamon cookies from the bakery that are really good. I mean, really, really good. And so I had to get some. And so I'm actually going to go get a couple of those. Might pop a couple of them in the microwave just so they're warm and tasty. Get a glass of milk. So give me just a moment. And I do that. Don't hate me. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that's all about. It's just I don't know. Things been doing crazy stuff this evening. Very, very crazy things. So give me just one moment. Like I said, I'm gonna that just real quick. Yeah, I saw that, but yeah, and that's the thing. Like y'all saw Biden going to the man. Look, I know I said I was gonna avoid, but like fuck that. I'm taking the leash off. I'm taking the rein. Like I gotta go back to. I'm gonna be honest. I gotta go back to like in the Kush Den Honcho, because those were the best dens. Like the den, the whole purpose of the den is not to really make sense. It's just to be a fucking group conversation. It's a conversation that kind of goes with the flow, and then when we kind of hit a still point, you go back to the beginning. But it's like because those dens that just went completely off the there were dens that were titled certain shit, and then another conversation, and then the whole phone conversation, and it just and those were the best one. Like I've been trying to simmer, like man, fuck that, fuck that. I'm not even. I'm finna heat these cookies up. We finna act a fool. What time is it? We got like 45 more minutes at the end to go. So yeah, then I'm gonna get on TikTok and act like a black QVC person. Y'all should come check it out. If you ain't got shit to do, that'll be a good. Like I'm over here promoting on TikTok. They need to pay me. Give me 1 second. I'm getting my fucking cookies. I'm getting my fucking milk, and we finna have some fucking fun. This motherfucker. Bro, if you don't see how racist that motherfucker is, like I don't understand. I don't fucking understand it. make sure y'all also all follow me on the Kick platform too, because pretty soon I'm gonna go off, and I'm probably not gonna be. They're probably gonna kick me off of the fucking the tube. So make sure you're following on Kick. Make sure you're following on social medias, because I can't do it no more. I cannot, like, that's why I say I can't let like YouTube be the basket that holds all eggs. I just these conversations are too restricted, right? The, like it. Good. Let me get my cookies. All right, all right, all right. You know what? We might do a fucking old time sake then. Just say fuck it. All right. So I didn't heat my fucking cookies up. Now I'm gonna cut it. Gotta heat it up. Like, got about 30 seconds to go. Once the cookies are ready, we'll have a good old time. But no, but seriously, like I don't understand it, right? Because they're I'm gonna start talking about niggas, right? And because we accept the shit. Like the fact that you let I'd have kicked that fucking chicken out of his fucking hand. Like, do you understand me, bro? There ain't no mother. Like I'd be. They probably try to say I attacked. It wouldn't be that I tried to attack him. I would have attacked the chicken. I would have attacked the chicken. Like ain't no fucking way. Again, I don't know why the fuck it keeps doing this. Don't know why it keeps doing this. Just a second. Right now. All right. So the reason why they continue to get away with this shit is because we continue to let them get away with this stupid shit. It makes no sense. Oh, delicious. Yeah, badass. See, this is why I stopped smoking for a while. You know, me when I didn't have these much, I wasn't eating all this junk. until that. But but here's the thing. Here's the thing. We accept that. Like the same when niggas make jokes about all this shit, it's motherfuckers who really believe and buy into this. Like the same jokes, it's sometimes black people are a parody of themselves. You know what I mean? Maybe niggas are a parody of black people. Maybe that's the way to put it. I don't know. Nobody asked you, Michelle. But but again, because we're so enamored with the Democratic Party as black people, that's why you keep seeing this same shit every year. Every year you see the same shit over and over again. What's his name? Roderick favorite, Roland Martin. He was dancing for Hillary, monkey shining. You let a black guy, you let a group of black guys. I saw it was a couple of Republicans, like 4 or 5 black Republicans. They were talking about something about the Democrats' worst nightmare. First thing people go and do is look up their wives, right? And of course, they made the proper decision. But that's neither here nor there, right? That's neither here nor there, right? Because now people will not accept your political ideology because you're married to a white woman. The same motherfucker. The same motherfucker who lost their shit, went all crazy. What's her name? Meghan Merkel became a princess to a white man. I asked Rome Chata last week. Yeah, exactly. But breast milk will make my day. Markle, Merkel, Urkel, Urkel, they're all the same to me. But I showed you how little I know because I don't pay attention to the shit. But, right, they were excited when she broke those barriers. They want to hear everything about what she has to say on how to become a princess. We have people who have conflicting ideologies running, especially the black folks, the black community. We tell each other not to say certain things about the black people in front of white people because we don't want them to find out. Like they don't know, right? We we have a problem And I don't think it's too late for it to get solved, right? Because like we was talking about in the earlier stream, the new niggas are here. The new niggas are in this country, and they're moving the old niggas out. Oh, the battle of the breast milk. That was that was definitely definitely a classic fucking deal. That was great. Yeah. Well, if we get some bilingual niggas, we can knock off more boxes, right? For identity politics. Not only are you a nigga, you speak of the Spanish. Picky Pani. The Picky Pani. There's a dude on Instagram. He's fucking hilarious. He's a black dude. I guess he might be Venezuelan or something. He's real dark, but he speaks Spanish. And he does like a bunch of skits about when Spanish speaking customers come in and see him because he's black. He's always like, oh, you do picky pani. Oh, no, do picky pani. And that shit is so fucking hilarious. Um, man, I seen one. There's a fucking reel. The lady pulls up to the fucking thing. She pulls up to a window, and she's like, "You got the Hayi," and the people are like, "What?" And it's like the Heidi riding. And they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? She's asking her what she's saying. She's talking about the fucking hot and ready. And there's that fucking what's call it, but the way she said like, and then when you realize what she said, it sounds more like what she said, but it's fucking hilarious, right? Or the no trico three. Like the shit is always it's always fucking hilarious. So shout out to the Peaky Bonnie out there. But yeah, so now you can check off a couple of more boxes. Now you can, again, like I say, we can qualify you for more government programs because, again, you're more deserving, you're more needy. You niggas, you had your chance. You niggas had your chance. We allowed you to vote for us for long enough, and we didn't do shit for you. You didn't figure it out. That's your bad. Like, and my whole thing is, even if you don't believe in like conservative motherfuckers, Republicans, whatever, I don't know. Say people say stay home. Eh, I don't think that's the best idea. One, again, like I say, one, I don't believe niggas should be involved in politics. We should be more focused on economics. But there's no more neighborhoods of ours to build at this point. So, like you say, excuse me, like you say, build up our neighborhood. We don't have neighborhoods anymore. So that time has passed, right? Because when you're talking about moving in upwards of 20 million people in the last in this term, right, of coming to this country, that's a crazy number. Again, like I said, imagine a Houston popping up once a year. That's how many people you're talking about are in here. And that's what they have accounted for, right? This isn't the ones who probably found alternate routes through various weak points, right? So God damn it, this nigga from Port Arthur. We're talking about niggas from Port Arthur being allowed to leave Port Arthur to infiltrate other cities and infect them with their niggotry. That's what we're talking about. But actually, bro, we were talking about the battle of the breast milk. But yeah, and so again, the niggas are done, bro. Like niggas are done. The new niggas gonna rap, and they gonna rap in English and Spanish, so they're gonna have a bigger fan base. Like, there's nothing left for niggas. We have no industry. We have no motherfucking me. Um, we don't got. What are we gonna do? Like, what do niggas have now that they have a foothold on? Nothing. Nothing. But I would say that if niggas were to have some value in their vote, this would probably be the very last election that it does. And to get any value out of your vote, you have to be willing to show that you're willing to use it for someone else. And instead, niggas don't want to show that, hey, nah, you have to earn the vote instead of we just blindly give it to you. But here we are. All right. Make a motherfucker actually have to coerce you. Make a motherfucker offer you something tangible, right, that you complain for. Niggas were so dumb, we talk about illiteracy in the black community, especially, right? I mean, illiteracy across the country is running rampant, but in the black community, especially, at least other cultures try to, you know, um, encourage education. They just might fail at it. Black folks will shame you for being smart, right? We don't. And I've never seen that anywhere. I don't like niggas will clown you for being intelligent, for being book smart. But aside from that, aside from that, you can't read. We are we're on the oh yeah, we got slavery. We can't read. We can't figure it out. So we're not gonna decipher this for ourselves. I had a point there. I lost my train of thought. But yeah. And so instead of like I say, just blindly giving the vote away, challenge it. Make a motherfucker say, okay, hey, all right. We see you're serious there. Let's put something in your pocket. But now you had those same motherfuckers from BLM and all that shit who got their pockets loaded with a considerate amount of money. A considerate amount of money, right? Oh, I am gonna start reading. I told you I'm gonna sell out. I'm gonna sell out to the women. I'm gonna start doing uh erotic book readings. I'm gonna do it. For real. I'm selling out. Y'all gotta understand. I gotta use some like if y'all would look, and I know this sounds crazy, like, what the fuck are you talking about? Hear me out. Hear me out, right? Because I'll be on the phone. I'm on the phone. That's what I do. I'm on the phone. And if you would understand the amount of times a day, that a woman especially says something about my voice. I'm talking about old. I've had old women tell me some of the like, Grandma, if you don't get off this goddamn phone, um, like, and it's in to speak on like to, and you see people, you can hear the reaction from it, right? So I'm like, also of a person, if something keeps getting told to you over and over and over and over again, right? By strangers who've never seen you, who don't know anything, to say you should be working in radio, you should be doing this, you should be doing this, you should be doing this. My why wouldn't you, right? Like why wouldn't you at this point? Then you have the internet, which gives you the ability to do these kind of things. So yeah, definitely gonna do that. Yeah, nerds, that's what I'm saying. Right? You feel like sitting out? I feel like and I can see the sitting out, but I feel like if you I think you do two things if you show if you vote for the other side, right? Because now you show because we've been so hostile to the Republican Party for so long, right? That they don't even try to recruit. They don't even try to coerce black folks. Now they're seeing a little bit of love for Trump. They're trying, right? Now you show them that hey, we're willing to reconsider. We're willing to vote. We're willing to entertain what you have to say, but you're going to have to come to the table because when that next election comes, they know now they're going to have to record you to keep that vote because now you're making motherfuckers have to vie for your services, right? So there's that. Black gloves matter. You know what? That might be a thing. I'm gonna set up a channel. I'm not even gonna show my face because then they're gonna find a den and be like, "This motherfucker, he's reading to us and he's shitting on us and he's just you know." That would be a real bad thing. But yeah, I got a book. I'm telling you, I got a book right now. No, I think I'm joking. Like I got this book and I just haven't decided how to handle it. Uh, it might be. I'm telling you, I have the book right here, man. Someone had provided me a book and suggested and shout out to them. And I'm gonna do it. I just don't know what platform to do it on and how to make it profitable. So as soon as I figure those two, well, I do kind of have an idea about the platform because I think I'm really heavily considering TikTok because of what it's capable of doing, um, or at least that being the platform to introduce it, and then, but I don't know. I don't know how to monetize it. Right? That's what I'm saying. It's going to be a Grace Honcho collaboration. That'll be a very interesting. That'll be crazy. Um. Oh, that's definitely not going to be the. You definitely haven't been in the Discord lately. Anyway, so here's the thing, right? The line is open. 346. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why this thing keeps doing that. Keeps freezing up. Keeps freezing up. All I'm saying is, see, this is why I say, like, I have to sit back, right? I have to sit back, and y'all might have to hit the refresh. So because like I said, it may have froze up, but this is why I have to sit back, and sometimes I take these times away because it's not necessarily burnout. It's not that. It's about wanting to make good content, right? Entertainment, a place where people can, again, like I say, have those conversations where they say you're not supposed to have. Because I don't think every now and then it turns it's terrible, but for the most part, I feel like we have very productive conversations. I feel like a lot of us, if we've been in the den for any length of time, especially in the Discord, that we've been introduced to maybe new aspects, new things, new ideas that we didn't know before, or have been informed on something that maybe we had questions about, whatever it could be. Introduced to new ways of thinking. Um, so yeah, definitely doing that. But so I don't know why this thing keep doing this though. We'll figure it out. Um, but yeah, I got to figure out how to make it profitable. That's the whole thing. That's the only reason I haven't done the other thing. So I think TikTok it first. That's where you get you know because like I said, the whatever the TikTok's algorithm is, excuse me, whatever it is, it works, right? It works very well. It's very interesting. Again, I'll be testing it again tonight. So let's see. But but what I was saying is that I don't want to make forced content. So that has nothing to do with being burned out. But it's like I take that time out because I got to figure out. I'm like, these having conversations about things that again, like I say, don't necessarily pertain to me. It doesn't make sense to be angry, you know. And I know why I'm angry with, especially with the women folk conversations. It's just terrible. Well, one, the rest of Tessa is a terrible person. I still feel like she's alive. I feel like most of that story is made up, and I still feel like she's a stupid idiot. And women rewarded her for being fucking stupid. That's the crazy part of that. Um, so my thing though, like I said, it's just about bringing better content, making the community more entertaining, like it once was, right? Because that's what it's all about: us having a good time and being able to discuss various things in a interesting fashion. Um, so yeah, I do think I want to I want to entertain that venture. I just like I say I'm going to get that started. And yes, I did say someone brought. I didn't say they bought me one. Brought me a book. So uh, you people may not you people may not be aware. So again, none of the none of the folks you figure what would be thinking of. It might have been handwritten. Uh, but then so because I expressed this idea to someone and they found something because like to me look here's the deal. Oh no, that definitely not gonna do it. Here's the deal, right? Because one, I couldn't read like a female, but that would be stupid. That wouldn't make any sense to me. And I think it would be odd to just do like read books for females from a female perspective. So I had to send someone on a mission to find a male lead book, right? Because I said, if I'm gonna test this out, this makes the most sense to me. Sometimes I overthink things, but these things make sense to me. And y'all tell me what you think, right? This is a ridiculous idea as a whole, but this is the society we live in. And like I told you, I'm selling out for the good of the den. Um, so it's a male led book. So I feel like as a male reading, it would make more sense for it to be a male led book. But two, it's you can tell the difference in what how women write versus men write, right? You can easily tell the difference. I don't think I've read many books that were fiction written by women, you know, especially as an adult. But there's a significant difference, right? There's definitely a significant difference. And but I guess it helps because I haven't read the book really because I said when I do want to read, I want it to be a genuine, read. I read like the first 2 or 3 pages just to kind of see if it made sense and it wasn't some super weird shit. Um, yeah, women are definitely a different level of descriptive. Like I say, it really wasn't. It was like a weird little. It's like I say, it's different. So, what's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
What's the motherfucking deal, man? This is Rob Myers.
Rob, what's the motherfucking deal? How are you doing this evening, Mister Rob?
Oh man, I'm just fucking frustrated, man, with the same old shit. You touched on a few of those things, but you know, one I want to say real quick that Congress has the ability to regulate commerce, so they can shut anything down, whether it comes through the internet electronically or on a ship. If they don't want it in here, it ain't gonna be in here. So if they going after TikTok, they going after TikTok for a reason. So uh, that's all that need to be said on that. The second thing is that I'm tired of hearing Negroes crying about Joe Biden. All right, because a lot of you dumb Negroes is the same dummies that put Joe Biden in there, knowing that he wasn't capable of doing the job. So shut your goddamn mouths. I don't want to hear that shit. All right. And and now out like I said earlier that we need a sit out, right? And the reason I'm saying this is because Trump already showed you stupid motherfuckers that he don't need your fucking vote. He beat you already. You gave 90%, 7% of your vote, and you fucking lost to Trump. What the fuck? You had to cheat, throw duffel bags of fucking absentee ballots and shit out the window and in the dumpster. And a lot of them dumb, liberal black females who have not evolved into black women. And I'm going to get to that shit in a fucking minute, right? But a lot of them dummies went to jail throwing votes and shit away. Here, your votes don't mean shit, okay? They don't mean shit. because they never had to give you anything for it. You fucking devalued your own fucking vote. Okay, so I don't understand this shit. You had this dumb Negro in Chicago complaining that because they brought 20 million Mexicans in here, right, that the Chicago vote is going to be nullified. Man, you already nullified your vote a long time ago. Look at your goddamn city, okay? Look at your goddamn city. That's why you're fucked up. We need a complete stay home, right? We need a complete fuck you year to not just Democrats, but to Republicans too, right? You stay home, and then the next year you tell them motherfuckers, look, you need to give me some shit now before I fucking before I vote for you. I'm not doing shit with you motherfuckers because of the way that you have treated us. Republicans ain't been much better because they Republicans think that blacks won't take to their message. I mean, like I've been on here before where you yourself even said that, you know, when you had your first experience with conservatives, you were surprised because they weren't like what you had been told by the goddamn Negroes on the plantation, right? But what we need to do, like I said, is stay home. Make them give us something first, and then, right, once we are sure that we are in the game by being able to achieve real resources from these fucking clowns, okay, then we'll start voting. Another thing I mentioned earlier about this black and brown shit, okay, I ain't with that black and brown shit because the brown ain't down for the fucking pound, okay? So they ain't gonna sacrifice for us, and we need to know that when we put our issues to the side to help them with their brown shit, okay, we need to know that they gonna put their shit to the side and come over here and help us when we need them. So until that shit starts happening, we not fucking with y'all, okay? As simple as that. That's the way this game goes. You help me, I help you. You know what I'm saying? As simple as that. Because that shit ain't working for us. We can't continue to do that. But that's just an extension of the same bullshit that Negroes been going for the last goddamn 200 years. You know what I'm saying? When Lyndon Johnson was in the goddamn fucking Rose Garden laughing at you dumb motherfuckers, telling you he gonna have you niggas voting for Democrats for 200 years. You've been voting 200 years and you ain't got shit. Okay? You ain't got shit. So I don't understand what the real thing here is. If the dumbass Negroes and the dumbass brown people were smart, right, they would realize that 42 million, right, and 46 million, you know what I'm saying, equals up to like what, 98 million to me somewhere, or 88 million, right? So if that's the case, they first of all, blacks don't have or Latinos don't have the luxury to be voting Democrat, claiming themselves as Democrats or Republicans. You need to only be voting for people who are going to return real resources to help you build your community. That's it. Okay? But if the brown and the blacks were together, they could swing the election any fucking time they wanted to. But I say, you know what? We'll take our fucking 88 million fucking votes over here. Okay? Because they're going to give us this. That's how this game should be played between us. But like I said, a lot of these brown people, they still in that fucking I'm just glad to be here mode. All right? So they not even capable of getting up on that level yet. And Negroes, like I said, a lot of you Negroes, y'all think because y'all got a few Negroes walking around here bouncing balls and playing with fucking guitars and this little this rap shit. And if I hear one more one of these niggas, I told you 5 years ago, if I had one of these Negroes tell me that they want to go and fucking make beats or some bullshit, and then you find them sitting out here and laying next to a fucking fire hydrant, okay, I'm gonna have a fucking aneurysm to hear one more nigga tell me he want to be a rapper. Okay? I just don't get it, man. You said community. When the fuck has there ever been a black community? There may have been one back, hell, they probably had more black communities during slavery times than they had now. Okay? You had that, Trump said he wanted to send the feds into Chicago. And that dumb Negro, Common, said that black folks have solved their own problems, right? When the fuck have you Negroes ever solved anything in your community? When? When have you solved drugs, guns, crime, single motherhood? Oh my God, I can't believe that shit. Okay, I told you 5 years ago, these bitches still don't realize, you know what I'm saying, that, see, they like these street niggas, thug niggas, and gang niggas. That's what they like. They don't like Ben Carson, Willie Gary, shit like, they don't like black men like that. Okay? There ain't gonna be no fucking black communities until black females start picking men to build those fucking communities. Okay, and start excluding, okay, these MC Fuddy Duddy ass niggas and these Pookie niggas. Okay, that dude Kevin Samuel said that 50% of black men are single and childless. I just don't fucking get that. You know what I'm saying? Because I see bitches pushing baby carriages every motherfucking way around here. You know what I'm saying? But a small group of black men are impregnating these black females everywhere. And then you got the real black women who are really getting on my fucking nerves, always caping and making fucking excuses for these broads instead of checking them, you know what I'm saying, and telling them, look, you need to exclude, the Pookie niggas. Like that bitch in Atlanta, that Miss Cox, that fucking black lawyer. Lord have mercy. People pay exorbitant amounts of money to get away from Negroes. She moved the drug dealing Negro right into the motherfucking luxury high-rise and then wonder why she got her motherfucking brains blown out. These are the types of males that these females are picking. Maybe they should go back to, letting their mothers and fathers helping them out with dating and getting a blessing for marriage, because the males that they are bringing home, right, they are obviously the wrong fucking choices, dude. Wrong fucking choices. And like dude said, on our part, we need to stop fucking with single mothers, dude. Stop fucking with them at all. That shit needs to be shunned. Shunned. And I'm telling you some fucking experience, dude. My mother was a single mother. You know what I'm saying? And my grandma told me, look, you can't live here. Okay? Because that's not the standard. You know what I'm saying? And my mom eventually was lucky. It was pretty, but she was lucky enough, right, to remarry, and she may have married a man that wouldn't have been her first choice. But when you're a single mother, you don't have them kind of fucking options. Okay? And she sacrificed for me and my sister. So the thing about that community shit is, until black females decide that they want to have real viable communities, they have to pick real fucking men. Okay? Men that get up and go to work every day, have standards, morals. We've been through this shit. I told these bros 5 years ago when I was on this show, if a man don't know how to do nothing, he should not be getting no pussy from you. Okay? As simple as that. So I don't even get what they then you got these fucking bras talking about this high value man shit, man. Get the fuck out of here. Let me tell you something. Michael Jordan ain't even a fucking high value man. Okay? Because a high value man is a man that not only is in that network of other high value men, but it takes a significant interest in seeing his fucking community succeed and invest in that community. Okay? You don't see that around here. And then you got these dumb liberal motherfuckers talking about, oh, well, he does shit that you don't see. Well, when you go to Asian communities, Indian communities, Arab communities, white communities, you see white infrastructure, Arab infrastructure. They doing shit for their community that you can see, and it's a direct benefit to their community. We don't have fucking high-value men, or not many high-value men in our fucking communities. Many of your athletes, these motherfuckers ain't high. They just rich guys. They got a lot of fucking money. And everybody is running the fuck away from our fucking community. Everybody. Our educated people, college degrees, our athletes, musicians, even the fucking middle class people are trying to get good jobs and run the fuck away. I told you, our fucking community should be paved with gold. Paved with gold, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand this shit. I don't understand how these bitches pick the niggas they pick and then have the audacity, the temerity, the fucking gall to complain about a motherfucker that's beating your ass, shooting you in the head, ain't got a job, fucking play 60 and all that bullshit 10 o'clock in the morning with a guy smoking a bunch of goddamn weed, and then you complaining that he made you pay the fucking rent. Okay? Just stop this shit. Okay? Stop it. Stop supporting motherfuckers that don't support you. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect Michael Jordan to go around here handling out fucking $100 bills, but I do expect him that if he's going to build something, he should build something in a black community to allow these motherfuckers to go to work and that he can make a profit off of. I just don't get how you just say community, man. That's ridiculous. There's no fucking community in black communities, and they ain't gonna be none until black females get their fucking shit together and pull their and stop fucking with these gang niggas, street niggas, and thug niggas. Okay, that's it. It's as simple as that. Now, did I cover every motherfucking thing I wanted? Because I ain't talked to you in a while.
Yeah, it has been a while, man. It has been, but it's always good. It's always great when you call. I always look forward to it.
Well, I mean, it's this shit, man. It's just ridiculous, man. It really is. And blacks have never asked Republicans for any motherfucking thing. So you ain't even got no fucking. Even though they haven't approached you, you motherfuckers don't know how to negotiate. You never went to those motherfuckers and said, "Look here, I want that." Mitt Romney came to Philadelphia, right? And he just ran into. He just walked up to the street. That could have been coordinated a little bit better, where he could have got to sit down with some real black people that, you know, could have talked to him on a level head. He was talking to people in the street. So even though he made an attempt, you know what I'm saying? The thing is, what I'm saying is, we don't know how to fucking negotiate. We just don't. You know, you dumb Black Lives Matter motherfuckers running around here, you stupid ADOS motherfuckers talking about the government owes you fucking 60 gigadrillion dollars and think that they gonna give it to you, man. Get the fuck out of here. That's not gonna happen. You know, I was talking to fucking Yvette Carnell one time, and I told her, I said, one of the things you should ask the government for is on a reparations tip is ask them to let blacks go to college on a tax credit. You know what I'm saying? On a refundable tax credit to the college. So when you come to go to school, they say, okay, just let you in, and they claim that tax credit. You know, because the country can absorb that. Everybody's not going to go to college at the same time. You know, most of your older people are not even going to fucking college. You know, people under 18 so the country can absorb that. And then you do like the Indians. You know, you take, the Native Americans, them guys, you know, you come back and tell us, hey, man, I need a little more. You know what I'm saying? That shit wasn't enough. I need a little more. But because we ain't got no, no real representation, you know, you got these fucking Democrats. I always tell people that if black people really knew how bad our own people fucked us over, dude, there would be black politicians hanging from light posts all across this country. All across this country.
I don't see how they don't see.
You know what I'm saying? Well, the thing is that when you've been invested in something virtually your whole life, it's hard, you know what I'm saying, to let go. It's hard to say, man, you know, I fucked up that bad. You know what I'm saying? And they just they just won't do it. You know what I'm saying? Not like, because I'm gonna tell you something. If them dumb motherfuckers would have went to Trump would have gave them something towards some type of reparation type step. Okay. But these idiots ain't smart enough to do that. A good thing the HBCU people don't think like that. You know what I'm saying? They went in there. He gave them a big deal for money because they're broke. But if you want to save your children, I heard you talking to this guy one night on this young kid, man. I wish I could have called in. I was driving. I couldn't call in. But if you want to save your children, send your children to the military. Okay? Send your children to the military quickly. And don't let them niggas sit on the steps and all that bullshit and smoke weed. He graduates 17, send them in there. The 2-year option is available on the Army. It's one of the best deals they got. You get that college money, get that home loan, because a lot of you niggas, you know, you ain't got shit. That's why you ain't able to take care of no fucking female. You ain't got shit. You ain't got nothing Your parents ain't got shit. You know what I'm saying? So how the fuck you gonna take care of a baby and a wife? You can't. You guys. We have to get people like Miss Grace, the older Miss Grace. I don't know if that K Grace is the Grace, but we need to get them type of women in the schools and start talking to these third and fourth grade girls and reestablish a new standard. You can't do nothing with these fucking carrot sticks walking around here today. These motherfuckers have already been fucking grown and plucked. All right, they're just who they are. The bad thing about when these bitches create pookie niggas is that you either got to wait till these niggas die, go to jail or something like that, because they're not going to change. This rap influence, this ghetto shit. Like I seen some shit. This little kid comes out. This dad takes his little kid to meet 50 Cent, and this kid comes out. He's like, looks like he's about 6 years old. He's wearing a fucking bulletproof vest and a hat, and his hat turned to the back. I'm like, what kind of fucking mindset do you send to a child when he's wearing a bulletproof vest? They're selling a fucking hoodie and advertising that it's bulletproof. Let me tell you something. I don't want to live around none of you niggas if I need a bulletproof vest. Okay? It's as simple as that. I don't want to live around you. I'll go live with the fucking Eskimos before I stay here with you. But that's that conditioning that like I said, because these Negroes have accepted this shit, and we need to change that whole fucking narrative. We need to change that. Like somebody said earlier in the chat that Negroes think Ben Carson is a dickhead. You know what I'm saying? They really think that Ben Carson is probably probably in the top 3 surgeons in the fucking world. In the world. And this is what they think. During this Black History Month, these motherfuckers never showed Granville Woods, Lewis Lattimore, Garrett Morgan, none of these motherfuckers, man. Granville Woods' telephony invention is the predecessor to the fucking cell phone and Wi-Fi. Okay, he's the first person who sent a fucking electronic message, Wi-Fi. Look it up. But what would black kids' mindset be if they set it for compared to the way that they think about their phone and electronics? You can't convince a nigga to a kid to go to school for STEM, but you can't. But he wants to make beats. They want to do ball. Ball is life. Ball is not fucking life. All right. During coronavirus, I ain't hear none of you motherfuckers ask for Shaq. No ball players, Taylor Swift, none of that shit. You wanted doctors, scientists, all of them motherfuckers. But our people are just in this like fucking entertainment phase. Remember, niggas only had money, Honcho, only had access to money for like the last 34 years. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Remember, when the Larry Bird clause came out, remember, them niggas wasn't making no money like that. You know what I'm saying? Like around 4 or 5 years after that, then they started making all of this big, huge money. You know what I'm saying? So these are like some generational changes. That's why, like I said, we need people to go back into the schools and reinstitute standards with our little kids. These other fucking teenagers, these motherfuckers, they lost causes, man. You know what I'm saying? We need to go back and get with them and then we'll be able to try to reinstitute some type of community. Because these females can't be picking the males that they're picking and then expect to have a community and then have the audacity to complain about it. Okay? I really don't understand this shit.
That's the thing. That's the audacity to complain about it, to create the problem and then complain about the same problem that you fucking create.
Yeah. So if you want to fix the problem, they need to tell all black people to stay the fuck home. All right, this is a protest. That's what the fuck this is, a protest, because you motherfuckers have fucked us over and excluded us from the process and the benefits of the process. And we are not coming back until you give us something first. Then we'll think about which one of you will vote for, whether it be Republican or Democrat. And if Latinos are smart, they'll get together with the same black politicians, get on the same program, and then we could get what we want and put who we want into fucking office. Because like Malcolm has told you 50 years ago, without that fucking middle vote, they ain't going nowhere. But that's all I got, man, for now. Because, like I said, these Negroes is giving me a headache, man.
Well, Rob, man, as always, my brother, it was great talking to you. It's always good to hear from you. And definitely take care of yourself because I want to hear from you again soon.
Yeah, man. I'm always, like I said, we always looking at you, man. we always looking. Be good.
Yes, sir. You too. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right.
Shout out to Rob, man. Always good to hear from Mr. Rob. Rob gives me five. See, that's what I'm saying, and that's we got to talking about the because I said I want to stream away from the politics. It's just certain shit because I told myself I'm gonna turn over news. I'm talking about niggas, and I have to accept the niggatry part in the role I play as well, and because these conversations help you, me myself, realize when I'm shit ain't freeze up, acting a shenanigan. But I agree, man. I definitely agree. Because there are people who are not operating with our best interest at hand, and these people have more say so than anybody. Michelle was saying something. Michelle was saying something off the wall as usual. Art should not be a part of STEM, but art is not even. I'm not knocking art is necessary. Like I think it's a beautiful thing, creativity, all that good stuff. But it's not a situation where it should be lumped in with STEM. How do you measure it? How do you calculate art? Art is just opinion. Art has no real measurement. Like even the people who love classic art and all that stuff. I mean, it's based off someone else's opinion who may have been a better artist than somebody else. But like, what is the real foundation of art? Right? Art is not the origination of thought. I think it is not a deviation. It's a interpretation. Interpretation of thought. Right? Because I could give you, I could say a phrase to all of you, right? And all of you are going to interpret that thought completely differently, right? You may have the same general idea of it, but I mean, you're all going to see it differently. If I would say, I flew on an elephant through the clouds, right? It's ridiculous. All of you are going to perceive that thought to some extent, but you're all going to perceive it differently. Some of it's going to be an elephant with colors. Some elephant's going to have wings. Some elephant's not going to have wings. It's going to be a floating fucking elephant. Some elephants are going to have tusks. Some are not. So it's just an interpretation. I'm not saying that it doesn't. But again, it's an interpretation of thought. Somebody gives you an idea. I want this to be I want this particular design, or I give you a foundation for the design, and then you interpret it into your art. I'm not knocking it. It has a role, but I don't think it should be classified on the same plane as what is it? Science, technology, engineering, and math. I probably missed one of those. But yeah, I don't think it's the same thing. Those are calculated things. Those are things that if I present to you this problem or this formula in this situation here, and I present it to the same person, the outcome should be the same, right? As in art, you give somebody this this prompt, if you will, and I give this other person this prompt here. This is what I want you to draw. This is what I want you to create, or this is the idea that I have. This one's going to visualize it differently from this one. But there you go. So here is the deal, right? Here is the deal. I said I'm going to TikTok shop late into the night tonight. see how that goes. I may just go to bed and then do it early in the morning. And get up fresh, act like a Negro on QVC. So probably hop in the Discord for a little while, right? Discord for a little while. Let me put the Discord link in there if you don't have the Discord link. Shout out to Rob, man. Great fucking call. Definitely fired up. Definitely got me excited. I'm very excited. And wonderful. All of you wonderful people. See, that's the thing. So I figured it out, right? The reading, I don't want to read it like I said, 'cause I want it to be natural and I read it. And I got to figure out how I'm going to set that. But what I figured out is I need to set like some kind of ambiance for it, right? I don't know if I want to necessarily, like I said, show my face, but definitely, maybe some angle of the hands, the book, maybe put a candle in the background, put some colored lighting, set a mood, right? Set an entire mood, and then maybe read a chapter or so in the evening. The lovely Miss Sarah Lou, how are you? Always good to see you. What we got going on here? Let me see. All right, let's see. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Un momento, por favor. Voice chat on. I might go live tomorrow. Starting to get my live mojo back. So we'll see how things go. And just like I said, to recalibrate a little bit. Just kind of figure some things out. So that's the link to the Discord. I'm already in the voice chat. What's that for the? So I should read. You think I should read ahead? Maybe I'll do. I'll read a chapter ahead on each things. A bucket of chicken sounds good. Like, you know what? Actually, you might be onto something, Rob. Like I'm gonna throw some little rose petals down. Have the lighting. Put a little put a little hot tub action in the back, right? Make it all real super sensual. But yeah, we'll check it out. We'll figure out how that goes. Oh well, look, Rob lit it up. Delta, you don't get no credit. I'm giving Rob all the credit for since he had a great call tonight. But that's the link. Then, folk, I appreciate y'all, man. I do. I really truly do. I hope that you all have a wonderful evening. Again, I'm in the Discord. We'll chop it up in the voice chat for a little bit. If anybody wants some of that putt action, I'll be willing to whoop that ass. And look at the latest. The number one Negro always want to holler about some colored people time, some late, some other, wants to come in when the stream is ending. Broderick Brooks. But yeah, catch me in the Discord. We'll be live in the voice chat. Meet me. Well, you can't beat me there, so meet me there. Then, folk, always my honor, privilege, my pleasure to get to chop it up with y'all. Y'all have a good evening. And talk soon. Good night. Adios. Don't whiz on the electric fence.